Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Bridget. I am the social media guru here at Realty Executives New Jersey, and today I'm going to be talking all about Pinterest. And stick with me here in this live webinar. If you're watching it recorded, you'll have to contact me, but if you're watching this live, I'm going to give you a bonus Pinterest Possibilities Planner so you can make your own Pinterest calendar. Yes, that's right. I like to give out things. Freebies. Who doesn't love freebies? Let's get going here. All right, so Pinterest isn't just for individual users like you and me. It's one of the world's leading platforms for sharing ideas and finding inspiration. Over 200 million people come to Pinterest each month to discover new products, recipes, destinations, articles, influencers, and so much more. It also represents a huge opportunity for real estate businesses and realtor brands looking to build an engaged audience and drive valuable traffic to their website. More than 52% of Pinterest users report that Pinterest helps them find items to buy, and 61% say they've discovered new brands and products from promoted pins. Today, I'm going to share with you exactly how to use Pinterest for your real estate business. So pins are visual bookmarks that you collect on boards. You can save pins you find on Pinterest or add new ones from your favorite websites. Each pin typically contains an image, infographic, or video link, and a link back to the original source. Even your business isn't creating original content for Pinterest, but you can still add value to your followers through repins. A repin is when a user adds a pin to their own board while browsing Pinterest, and it's important to remember that when a user repins an original pin, the user who first pinned the image will also get credit. Keep in mind that repins maintain the original source link of the content no matter how many times it has been repinned. Like many other social networks, Pinterest provides a business with a set of advertising tools to get their content in front of new users, and in Pinterest case, they are called promoted pins. Promoted pins are pins that businesses pay to appear where their users are likely to notice them. The promoted pin a user sees are based on interest and activity on the platform or because you visited an advertiser's site or app. Yes, I am super guilty of making a purchase after seeing a promoted pin, so advertising works. I have got a fantastic video here for you on how to double your Pinterest following. Check it out. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah. And information there is part of an infographic. So we just decided to turn it into a video. Makes it a little more visually interesting. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, so let's get into Pinterest for your real estate business now. There are two options to create a Pinterest business account. Okay, so first you can convert an existing personal account into a business account. And business accounts are better for marketing because they come with extra features, just like anything on Facebook or Instagram. So Pinterest, you get analytics and promoted pins, kind of like on Facebook and Instagram where you get paid ads and insights. So the second option, though, is to create a business account from scratch. You enter your business information, your professional email, your name, of course, your professional website. Then you create your account. But either way, I recommend creating a business account to get the most out of Pinterest because that's when you're going to see who's engaging with your pins, who likes your pins, who doesn't like your pins, who's repinning your pins, who's etc., etc., etc. All right, so completing your profile is the next key step in ensuring that your account is discoverable and looks legitimate to users on Pinterest. You want to make sure that your business name, profile picture, username, and description all match your brand identity across other social media networks. So, your Facebook business page is Sally Sells Homes, but maybe that's not available on Pinterest. So maybe you want to rethink your Facebook name so that way your Pinterest and your Facebook all match up. So if anybody wants to find you someplace, they have one search to put in to find you and not Sally Sells Homes and Sally Sells New Jersey. That's kind of not really the same. So look into that and consider that when you're creating your account. You then want to head to your Pinterest profile and click on Boards. And from there, you click on the red plus symbol to create your first board. Pretty simple. Next, you want to choose a name for the board that you're going to create and select if you would like to make the board secret. Only you and anyone you invite can see your secret pins and boards, and secret pins and boards won't appear in the home feed, in search, or anywhere else around Pinterest. Why do you want to do this then? Setting your board to secret will allow you to fill it up with some really great content before you share it with the world. Once your board is created, there's one more step before it's ready to go. You want to hover over your newly created board and select the small pencil icon to edit your board settings. You can edit the individual settings for each board, including the name, category, description, the cover image, and some more other things there. And filling out these details for each board will help with SEO, as well as providing users with additional context about your account content. Oh, right. Another video here. I'm going to drive it home a little bit more for you on how realtors should be using Pinterest for their business.
Hi, I'm Brian Eisenhower, and I'm here with Tyler Zay from Easy Agent Pro.
Yeah.
And Tyler has helped me a lot and given me a lot of tips and strategies with our content marketing and our search engine optimization. So I asked him to sit down with me today and tell us a little bit. He told me something that kind of surprised me. He said that all realtors should be on Pinterest.
Yeah, I mean, that's really right. If you look at the demographic of the people on Pinterest, it's really the people who you want to be selling houses to. They typically have over 6 figures in income, a lot of people in their early 30s, late 20s, people looking to buy homes soon, and it really fits in well with what you're doing in real estate. There are a lot of images we can make in real estate with homes that are just really visually appealing, and actually it drives more traffic to websites, more leads to websites than all the other social networks combined, just because of the way it's set up.
Yeah, so, and I'd always looked at Pinterest as a place to share recipes
yeah,
and whatnot, and fashionable clothing.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing how easy it is to drive traffic back to your website and thereby increase your SEO.
Yeah.
Talk about how easy it is.
Yeah, so all you have to do is, you have a real estate website or you have a real estate blog, one of those two things, and that's where you want these people to end up. So all you have to do is upload, you can set up a profile. I suggest putting realtor after your name. It will really just, hammer in the fact that that's who you are. And then you go out there and you create various boards about different topics. You can do neighborhoods to be hyper-local. You can do do-it-yourself boards to help people move, help people improve the value of their home. You can do cool houses in the area, $1 million houses in the area. You can even do stuff about your kids. But then you just click this little plus in the bottom, upload an image, write a few words, and link it back to your site. Anyone that clicks on that, and a lot of people do click on that, it goes to your site, and then you get leads from your site.
So all it is you're just putting images up there.
Yeah, it's that easy.
And so you put an image up there, and every time they click on an image, they click right through to your site.
Yeah, and it's super easy to do. If you're on Twitter, you have to click like 3-4 times to get to a thing, and then it's dead in 3 minutes. On Pinterest, you click twice, and you're on the site. And that's just the pins live a lot longer. BuzzFeed, a really popular website, most of their traffic from Pinterest is over 2 months old, which means you pin something, it's going to live for months, if not years.
Right, or on Twitter,
yeah,
anything you post, it's dead in a couple minutes.
Just dead, yeah.
And
yeah.
Facebook, you might have a day or two.
You need money to play on Facebook. Pinterest is just free to go.
Yeah, very easy, very quick, lots of longevity. As you said, I mean, the demographic, they all make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're all of home buying age.
Yep.
So it makes a lot of sense.
It really does. Yeah.
I may give it a try.
Great. Hope you do.
Thanks so much, Tyler. We appreciate it.
So you heard it there, straight from a professional, driving home a little bit more about the topics that I had been talking about, but let's continue on here. Now, about creating your first pin. Now, the Pinterest browser button, I have it installed every place I can possibly use a browser that I have, wherever my session is. I have that little Pinterest icon up in my browser all the time. If I want to save something, wherever I want to save it to, it just makes it so much easier to do that. So, highly recommended, coming straight from me to you. Get that Pinterest browser button installed. It's going to make your pinning so much easier. Now, you can also create pins from scratch manually, and to do so, you want to choose the board you would like to pin to. Then select Create a Pin, and from there, you'll be able to add pin details, such as the website URL, description, and feature image. Manually pinning content is a great option as well if you're in a pinch, but I really do prefer the Pinterest browser button to stay consistent with my pins and to maximize results that I'm going to get as well. So the number one thing you can do to be successful on Pinterest is to focus on sharing your best ideas. Now, according to Pinterest themselves, the best pins represent the best ideas. They're inspirational and actionable. Create pins that have a clear audience and are engaging for that audience. The key takeaway from their message is to be inspirational and actionable. People come to Pinterest to find ideas from brands and businesses like you, and they're actively looking for new ideas and inspiration from great accounts. Like many other social media networks, focusing on a niche group of highly engaged users will produce far greater results than targeting a broad, unspecified audience. If you focus on sharing consistent content with your niche, people will start to look to you as a continual source of inspiration and information. Focusing on a niche audience will also produce favorable results within the Pinterest algorithm. And as the Pinterest team puts it, our system will then do the work of showing your content to more people who might also be interested in your pins. Unlike social networks such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where engagement and reach typically happen within the first 24 to 48 hours, content on Pinterest will continue to grow over the course of days, weeks, months, even years. And in that regard, Pinterest is one of the most powerful social media networks for long-term growth and sustainable traffic to your website, a major advantage. The Pinterest team's biggest piece of advice when it comes to long-term growth: be patient and stick with it. Publishing consistently over consecutive months is the best way to build a dedicated audience. Pinterest is a visual-first platform, so a good image can make all the difference in maximizing results. Images that stand out are colorful, unique, and say something specific about what you have to offer. It will give you a major edge compared to other content on the platform. Lifestyle images are often the most effective, more than product shots, and much of what works with traditional print ads works on Pinterest as well. Similar to most all social media networks and websites, you want to make sure that the images you share are in full high resolution. If your images are pixelated, small, or unclear, they will not capture users' attention in the Pinterest feed. You also want to steer clear of cluttered images. According to Pinterest, 80% of pinners use Pinterest on mobile, so check out your pin on your mobile account to make sure the message is easy to digest. As pinners and marketers know, pins are organized into columns, meaning that vertical images take up more space and stand out more in the feed. The ideal aspect ratio for a vertical pin is 2:3, 600 pixels wide by 900 pixels high. And here, as you can see, there's a great example from the Social Media Examiner Pinterest account. Square images that are 600 pixels wide by 600 pixels tall, they can work well too. So make sure that pins do not exceed a 2:3 ratio because they'll get cut off or distributed less frequently. If your image doesn't give enough context on its own, the Pinterest team recommends adding copy to the image to help land your message. But try to keep the copy simple and don't let it clutter the overall image. To convey credibility, build a brand, and help people understand who or where the pin is coming from, try to include your product, your logo, in your image. Here's an example of an infographic from Buffer to promote a blog post on Pinterest and including the Buffer logo directly at the top. You see how that is right there at the top there? You want to avoid logo placement in the corners of the pin or it'll get covered up by Pinterest's visual search icon. Note to self, you're writing that down, right? Yeah. Pins that feature multiple products generally get 30% higher click-through rates and 20% higher checkouts, possibly because they evoke curiosity and inspire people to act. This works especially well for food, DIY, and beauty content creators who show how-to steps. It also works well for outfit roundup and before-after pins. So now we're going to move on to title, description, and hashtags. And I also have a dedicated hashtag webinar, so go and check that out. It probably goes without saying, but pins with descriptions drive more clicks to your site than those without. If your objective is to drive clicks, you want to use the description to hint that there's more to see on your website. Don't give everything away on Pinterest, but just enough to pique a user's curiosity. A strong call to action like shop, make, find, or buy will encourage people to take the next step. One of those keys for ensuring that your pins remain discoverable over a long period of time is to think of the pinner's mindset when they are looking for content like yours, and then incorporate those keywords directly into the title and description. For example, if you're a DIY blogger with a great summer drink recipe, you want to use words like summer, drinks, non-alcoholic, and recipe in the title and description. Or if you're a financial services company trying to reach new home buyers, try home purchase and financial help. The Pinterest search function can help you find new keywords. If your pin is a roast chicken recipe, for example, search for roast chicken on Pinterest. You'll see suggested searches for roast chicken whole and roast chicken oven, and search guides like simple or cast iron. All of these are great keywords you can add to your description when appropriate. I don't know about you now, but now I want some roast chicken and some kind of a drink. Hashtags, as I said, don't forget to jump over to my webinar, are a key part of the Pinterest search discoverability experience. You should use up to 20 hashtags and help users discover trending, relevant content. Hashtags should act as broad search terms, not niche humor such as hashtag spring fashion, which is great, but hashtag I look terrible in hats, not so much. Video content on Pinterest can be an incredible way to bring your ideas to life with motion and sound. To use up as much screen space as possible, make sure your videos are designed for mobile and are exported in either square or portrait format. Once again, that 2:3 there. Shorter videos work best when you want Pinterest to discover you. Go longer when you want people to do something with your idea, which is great for education or tutorials. Maybe you're giving people a how-to or a DIY with their new home. So now we're going to get into the when and how to save images, because once you have a good feel for what sort of content works for your business on Pinterest and an array of relevant pins and boards on your profile, it is time to master the art of when and how to pin. So let's get into some quick tips on how to get you started. According to Pinterest, you won't be penalized for having a lot of pins. Yay! However, aim to keep them organized in relevant boards. It's also a good idea to save pins regularly rather than all at once. In other words, consistent daily activity is much better than a once a week or once a day flurry of pins. By using a scheduling tool, you can plan out content over days, weeks, and even months in advance. And this allows you to keep a consistent stream of pins flowing to your boards without spamming your followers or missing out on positive Pinterest algorithm benefits. Things like Instagram and Facebook might be something that you do daily, but maybe pins you want to do on a different kind of a schedule. When people click on a pin, they expect to be taken to a landing page so they can learn more about the idea or information that you shared on Pinterest. And that means ensuring that your content includes a relevant link to the original source every single time, even if the link does not lead to your own website. Pinterest does not distribute pins with broken links. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of the content not available. I don't want content not available. I want content available. So make sure your link works. People come to Pinterest well in advance of the season, holiday, or event they're planning for. And I'm going to give you a little bit more about that in just a bit, so hang on. But start saving pins about upcoming trends, seasonal events, or holidays around 45 days in advance. Again, I have more of that. It's coming up. Then you want to keep adding more ideas and content and maintain a steady pace. For example, as you can see here, Kristen Cooper, the Southern Style Guide, shared a variety of birthday party themed pins leading up to the summer season. Pinterest users could save her pins leading up to their event and refer back to them later for more inspiration. Pinterest best practices show that it's beneficial strategy to save a variety of images that appeal to different types of pinners, all linking back to the same source or destination. When doing so, just make sure to add specific descriptions for each pin, which is going to help your SEO. So now we're going to get into the art of the board, because we've covered just about everything you need to know about pins. But as I said, I've got a freebie coming up for you, so stay tuned. You want to ensure that your board names are specific and relevant to your audience on Pinterest. Be creative, but use board names that contain strong keywords for SEO. I'm going to go back to that Southern Style Guide again. And she has a clear, well-defined audience in mind with straightforward yet creative board names. Each board here is structured around a fairly general keyword and topic, allowing her to save a variety of pins to each. I have so many boards, it's ridiculous. Some of them have, 500 pins, and some of them only have 5, but I want to make sure my audience can clearly find something that's going to relate to them. One big mistake businesses often make when creating boards is that none of their boards are connected to a specific theme or style. Their profile seems to be a bunch of random topics, which can be confusing to pinners. So try organizing your boards with sections, styles, or specific topics where it makes sense. For example, Food Network, I love the Food Network here, organizes several of their boards around a fun theme they call Let's. So they have Let's Cook, Let's Watch, Let's Celebrate, which is a unique way of utilizing relevant topics and keywords to grow their audience, while also adding their own uniqueness to their Pinterest profile. I think that's kind of clever. Another way to have your content discovered on Pinterest is by being consistent and using your board as an individual SEO tool. So to optimize your board for Pinterest SEO, you want to start by adding keywords to your board description and pick a board category to help the Pinterest algorithm better understand your content. Hitting solo is great, but teaming up with other influencers and businesses on Pinterest can help take your results to the next level. Group boards are the perfect way to collaborate with other pinners and can help to show your audience brand new content from 2 brands they might love. However, do not join boards as a strategy to increase your followers. No. That's a no-no. Joining group boards to give your content a boost, as Pinterest prioritizes content to pinners who've opted to follow your boards as a result of the partnership. So don't just join because you think you're going to get 20,000 new followers from whomever. You want to join because you really got something to say together. In order to attract users' content on Pinterest, it is important to add value by contributing images that potential real estate clients are looking for. It is also preferable that pinned images be reasonably related to content featured on agents' real estate websites and blogs. Realtors should create boards with central topics or themes that are real estate relevant so that multiple images can be linked to the same content on an agent's website. So as you can see these examples here, and all these topics provide content that the public frequently searches for on the internet. Pinterest even makes it easy for agents to locate and pin this information to their boards with the Pin It button. Once added to the bookmark bar of a web browser, as I've said before, which I absolutely love to use, agents are able to select any image they happen to see online and add it to a board with a single click. Then it's just a matter of linking the image to the agent's website or blog by entering the website address or URL of the desired page on the agent's site. It is, as I keep saying, simple, easy, and highly effective. The moment you have been waiting for. People come to Pinterest to plan for all of life's moments, from major holidays to sporting events to seasonal celebrations. And this planner will help you understand what moments matter to pinners and how your brand can be a part of their journey as they discover, save, and do. One more time, let's review. Among the growing audience of 200 million users monthly, you'll find millennials, men, and moms. The way they celebrate every moment may be different, but they're all here to discover possibilities and get inspired to try new things. Now, unlike other platforms, Pinterest isn't about killing time. It's about finding something to do or buy. And 72% of pinners say they've used the platform to find new ideas for their everyday life or hobbies, nearly double what people say about Google. And everything people do on Pinterest leads them closer to action. They're not just searching or browsing for different things, they're buying them too. And in fact, 61% say they've discovered new brands or products from promoted pins. Since people use Pinterest at all stages of the consumer journey, your brand can play a role in all the way from inspiration to purchase. Because as I told you before, I am guilty myself of doing that. Pinners are big time planners. They tend to start searching twice as early as people on other platforms because Pinterest helps them decide where to shop and what to buy. They use Pinterest to find easy ideas and new twists on the traditional for both everyday celebrations and major milestones. By reaching pinners at an early stage of their planning process, you're able to place your services in front of them at a time when they're more open to possibilities. Possibilities. They can be able to that too. So now I've got for you following thought starters, if you will, to plan and think about which moments work best for your brand and who you want to reach. For each moment, try adding your content at least 2 months in advance, earlier if possible, so you can ensure you're reaching pinners just as they're beginning to plan. I'm going to show you just how early pinners start saving content as they search for new ideas to try. And as we continue, think about how you can use the thought starters to make your services relevant to the pinners at the right time. Your ideas could be just the possibility they've been waiting for. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, in the sidebar, I have for you. I'm sharing it. Click on files right there. You can download this, what you see, how the interest spikes early on Pinterest to help you start planning what you want to post to your followers. So it is there for you. Click on the files on the side of your page, right in the chat there. Click on files and download the interest spikes early on Pinterest. I'm going to leave it up there just for a little while. So let's start here, the first quarter of the year, and how your brand can help pinners keep their New Year's resolutions. Now, I want to make sure that you see here that in each one of these slides coming up, I will show you how many ideas are saved each year on the topic, how many pinners are pinning on the topic each year, and popular search terms. So make sure you got your pencil and your paper there and you're writing this stuff down, because things that have these high numbers here, these are the things that you want to make sure that you can give to your followers. Yeah, I know. Why I'm a real estate agent. Why award season? Because they're not just coming to Pinterest for real estate. They're coming to Pinterest to look at award season stuff. And if you can be a credible source to give them these things, that's going to help grow who you are on Pinterest. Now, your brand can help Pinners ring in the new year with party ideas based on Pinterest trends, from dairy-free desserts to embellished shoes. Help revelers get over the resolution hump with advice and products that inspire them to keep financial health and even non-traditional resolutions. Only a lucky few get to walk the red carpet, but everyone can be inspired by the iconic looks. Give a nod to award seasons past with beauty and fashion ideas Pinners can recreate. Transform trending entertainment into the ultimate viewing party with dishes, drinks, and decor inspired by movies, TV shows, and entertainers that are sure to win big this year. Give Pinners everything they need to party plan in a pinch with hacks for a festive football party. Turn team colors into party planning inspiration with a spotlight on food and decor for all football teams, even if it didn't make the cut. Refresh February's favorite holiday with classroom-ready ideas that will get Cupid's seal of approval. Switch it up this V-Day and do something for the one who's always been there. You. Provide Pinners with thoughts on how they can gift their significant other and themselves all in one. Help Pinners fuel their way through a month-long basketball binge with a recipe lineup that will take them from round one straight through to the championship. Create a recipe for every team and place them head-to-head, bracket style, on a Pinterest board. Help Pinners delight coworkers and kids alike with ways to incorporate your product into the luckiest leprechaun trap ever. Make it a pinch-free day for Pinners. Provide strategic ways to work green into every wardrobe, from tasteful office-ready looks to laugh-out-loud ensembles. From staycations to road trips to tropical getaways, prepare your audience for every type of a trip with a customizable packing list. Introduce Pinners to the latest food, fashion, and beauty with the opportunity to give summer trends in a spring break trial run. Next quarter of the year, how can your brand help Pinners spring into action? From matzo nachos to veggie kugels, help Pinners spice up their Seder with some fresh twists on traditional Passover classics. Paper finger puppets, edible matzah houses, or paper plate Seders show Pinners how to make the most of the holiday with your products. From Renaissance art and wine to cultural festivals of all kind, identify the best events of the season and help Pinners gear up with itineraries, outfit inspo, snack ideas, and more. From satisfying snacks to beauty hacks, inspire Pinners to fill their bags with the best from your brand. Why limit Easter baskets to candy and plastic eggs? Help Pinners build unconventional baskets for all ages, interests, and dietary restrictions. Throw pastels to the wayside and embrace the greater color spectrum with monochrome tablescapes and jewel-toned eggs. From a build-your-own Michelada bar to an upscale twist on tacos, show Pinners how to incorporate your brand into a festive food bar. Spice up the fiesta with bright ideas for food, decor, and style to show Pinners how your brand can add some color to the day. Go beyond the best grandma ever mug with a gift guide full of thoughtful ideas that will inspire grandkids to celebrate their family's leading lady. Break down experiences and gift ideas by age from toddler to adult so everyone can shower mom with the celebration she deserves. Provide Pinners with inspirational content that gets the true meaning of the day. Remembering those who've served our country, help Pinners kick off BBQ season with everything they need to grill to perfection. Recipes, hacks, gadgets, and more. Just like love, food comes in every color of the rainbow. Prep Pinners for the perfect pride party with how-tos for Technicolor food, whether it's indulgent tie-dye cupcakes or guilt-free veggie flatbread pizzas. If there's ever a time to wear your pride on your sleeve, this is it. Set Pinners up with colorful ensemble to celebrate in, from outfit ideas to makeup tutorials. Rainbow glitter highlighter, anyone? From preschool to grad school, break down your gift guide by grade to ensure there's something for every grad on the list. Make grad party planning a breeze with a syllabus that covers food, decor, and other honor roll-worthy party ideas from A to Z. Dad has enough ties, so this Father's Day, skip the cliches and inspire Pinners with gifting do's and don'ts. What does he really want? Time spent together, Build out itineraries that will help kids of all ages plan their most thoughtful Dad's Day yet. All right, getting into the second half of the year here with how your brand can make this a summer to remember. As days get longer and weather gets warmer, provide suggestions for a summertime bucket list. Places to go, foods to eat, and trends to try. As pinners prepare to hit the wedding circuit, reach them with a survival guide full of travel hacks, beauty tricks, and outfit inspo that will streamline their itinerary. Add some patriotic punch to Independence Day with creative ideas and entertaining. Whether it's wedding, I know. Whether it's red, white, and blue, just dipped pretzels or stars and stripes wreaths, be the sparkler that lights the way. This summer, ditch the star-spangled bikini and Uncle Sam tee. Instead, show street-style-inspired looks with subtle pops of festive flair. Let the well-dressed-tivities begin. Simplify kids' style and their closet by piecing together a cute capsule wardrobe with a few staple items and a little creative rotation. Who says lunch has to be boring? Help turn parents into lunchbox heroes with healthy snack ideas and inventive noontime meals. Help college kids graduate into the real world with practical, need-to-know adulting tips and tricks. Everything from how to get that first credit card to dorm decoration. Eating healthy doesn't need to be intimidating. Show students how to eat well on a budget with a crash course on campus-style clean eating. Send off the summer with some end-of-season entertaining ideas, from easy barbecue recipes to how-tos on patriotic pinwheels. Help travelers make the most of their trip with destination ideas, itineraries, packing guides, and more. Fashion Week means plenty of bold runway looks, but not all of them feel easy to translate into the everyday. Provides tutorial suggestions for how pinners can recreate these looks in real life. Berets, oversized jackets, wide leg pants, sheer socks. What a better time to experiment with some of Pinterest's hottest trends. Help fashionistas walk the walk with some practical outfit inspiration. And now we're into the last quarter of the year and how your brand can make this the most wonderful time of the year. This Halloween, it's all about getting witchcrafty with some seriously spooky homemade costumes. Show pinners how to turn their everyday items into a killer getup. Give your ghoul friends something to really sink their teeth into this year with the ultimate movie night. Make their bash a smash with everything from entertainment ideas to wicked good snacks. Help party planners put a spell on their guests with hair-raising home decoration hacks. Make it easy by including plenty of last-minute ideas that can Frankenstein together the night before. You want to inspire pinners to get crafty. DIY lanterns, paper dias, and floral rangolis are just a few ways they can add a festive touch to their home. Show pinners how to prepare a true festival of delights with quick and easy ideas on how to bring all those delicious traditional recipes to life. This year, turkey's in the back burner, so break from tradition with out-of-the-box recipes that accommodate special diets and represent cultures around the world. Give revelers something to be thankful for, a holiday prep cheat sheet perhaps, and hack the holiday with recipes, tips, and game plan that covers everything from drinks to dessert. Get in the holiday spirit with festive how-tos and seasonal DIY projects that will inspire pinners to spend a long weekend decorating. Break down your brand's seasonal details into gift guides for all the music lovers, fashionistas, and aspiring chefs on pinners' lists. And finally, you want to show pinners they're on your nice list by turning the Christmas countdown into something more rewarding. Keep them coming back for seconds with your very own 12 days of deals. Oh, what fun it is to eat! Inspire the ultimate seasonal spread with fresh pins on the traditional favorites. From vegan eggnog to marshmallow dreidels, your brand can provide revelers with all the recipes they need to make this the most wonderful time of the year. And 'tis the season for office holiday parties and festive family get-togethers, so make sure partygoers wrap up the year looking and feeling their best with season's must-have fashion, hair, and beauty looks. Now, I did take down that planner, so I'm hoping that you downloaded that document so you can follow along in everything that I've been talking here. So now there's a lot to learn about how to use Pinterest for business, but you want to start off small, experimenting with a few of the Pinterest strategies mentioned, and then increase your output and experiments over time. But remember these 3 things before you go. Number 1, the best pins represent the best ideas. Great pins are inspirational and actionable. Create pins that have a clear audience and are engaging for that audience. Number 2, focus on finding an authentic audience on Pinterest. If you optimize your content and boards, the Pinterest algorithm will do the work of showing your content to more people who might also be interested in your pins. Don't forget here, the key is consistency. And number 3, you need to be patient and stick with it. It's not going to happen overnight. You need to continue, and your audience will grow over the course of, weeks, months, years. So publishing consistently over these consecutive months during your strategy, during your planning, is the best way to build a dedicated audience. Just got to give it some time. All right. So you've learned here that Pinterest has a unique advantage when it comes to trends, and they see trends bubble up based on what 200 million pinners are searching and saving around the world. These pinners aren't just passing fads to like or look at. They're ideas people are trying in real life and planning to do in the future. So if you have any questions on Pinterest, getting your business Pinterest set up, or even just setting up Pinterest in general, that is my email. That is my phone number. Contact me at any time. Always happy to help. Hope you learned a little bit more about Pinterest for your real estate business. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time.